why don't we give them a little sampling of the genius that is Greg Nabours? Sam, do you have the video that Greg sent us, just so we can give them a little taste? Welcome, Gregory Nabours.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. I've been in your chat. I've been in the chat room this entire time having a blast. And this show is amazing, everyone. I'm so impressed.
Thank you.
Dude, that was incredible.
Your show is amazing. That's ridiculous.
What?
And that what you just watched is actually the set design pitch. So it's a very sophisticated set design pitch. But that's the ideal, that's the ideal set throughout the various pieces throughout the show. And what that track you were listening to is from the show. It's the opening number. The show is a Steve Aoki hybrid, so it's half jukebox and it's half not. But wait, I don't want to get ahead of the program. Should I talk about this or should I talk about you?
I mean, how can we not talk about this? I mean, that was amazing. That was truly
super incredible.
I know, right? I would be
that really gets your heart pumping.
I would really be curious about it if I saw that. So I'll talk about it.
Yes, go for it.
It's and you're gonna love this because it's unexpected, the plot of this story. It's actually called Mozart Squared. There's a 2 in there that gets lost easily, but like it's I don't know, that's the working right now. But it's actually the story of Wolfgang Amadeus and his sister Nan Mozart. And Nan was 4 years older than Wolfgang, and she was a prodigious pianist and composer as well. Some argue better than Mozart. And then as she grows into adolescence, her parents and society are like, it's inappropriate for a woman to write music. You will get married and you will never compose again. And her music is lost to time. And all we have of her is these old critics from when she was 11 years old saying the most prodigious pianist in the country is an 11-year-old girl, and so it's this really lost story to time, which is very fascinating. So our musical is about the brother and the sister, and it's like an Elphaba kind of Glinda dual story.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea that was a thing. I had no idea she existed.
Yeah, and that's kind of one of the like many examples of women being written out of history. It's a crazy example because she taught him as a child. Like she was 4 years older, and she was the one who was like, and the father would parade them both around the country to make money as the Wunder twins, and there are famous paintings of Mozart where he performed with his sister, and the sister is omitted from the painting.
What? Come on!
Come on, history.
So This is based on as much truth and fact as could be found?
Exactly. So this is based around all the events of the story are true. Obviously, the dramatization is not. I did call the Mozarts to try to get some examples, but it turns out they've been dead for a while.
Sure, I mean, as it turns out.
That's why it's important to research your project.
Just do your homework.
Mozart's dead?
Well, I'm sorry. Oh no, I ruined it for Dan.
Spoiler
alert.
There's also part of my mind that was trying to trace any proverbial lineage that might still exist of Mozarts right now. I'm like, is the Mozart family still well known that I don't know about?
My brain went through
I wonder, there must be.
Maybe they're still alive.
An ancestor and we don't know.
Yeah,
totally.
Exactly. So half of the show is EDM music. Steve Aoki. Steve Aoki is one of the top grossing EDM stars in the world. If you don't know what EDM is, it's electronic dance music. So, why wouldn't we combine this with the story of Mozart?
Feels right.
That's the question everyone's asking. Why has no one else thought of this? You saw from what you just witnessed, that video, that's half of the sound of the show. It's highly produced EDM remixes, like Titanium is in the show right now. So there are current existing music, and then the other half of the score is written all by me, and that's for the more theatrical and the more classical sides of the score, which are also existing within. And I'll let you guys hear another song that I am so in love with right now. It's not at all produced like what you just heard. It's a demo. It's all me singing every character, including Nan. So this is well, you just heard the first song. It's longer, but you just heard the first song on the show. This is the next song in the show. The show opens up to the children. After a brief scene, they are in court, and Mozart is asked to play for the court. And Mozart at this point is already cocky, and this is his song. And then as the song goes along, and it's going to start like it's something out of The Greatest Showman. And then as it goes along, it's going to suddenly snap into classical. And when around the time that happens, we've kind of we leave our highly over-romanticized version of this world, and we go into watching them play the piano. And as he's playing, his sister gets jealous, and she joins him on the piano, and they start kind of competitively riffing off each other. That's everything you need to know. It's and let's listen to it. Why not?
Yes, I'm excited. Okay.
It's time to witness something different. Your eyes and your mind will be damn the same. Relinquish a doubt, no easy way out, but your breath will immortalize my name. All that you know fades in the darkness. They've lowered the tone, I'm raising up the bar. When destiny calls, you break down the walls. Now it's time to show them who you are. I don't think you're ready for what's coming. Light up like a star. Show them who you are. It's time to show them who you are. It's the end of the line. All I can do is never want to let go. Show them who you are. It's time to show them who you. Believe it or not, I'm the eighth wonder. Surrender to what's so plain to see. When stories are told how I broke the mold, then I'll be known through all of history. All that you know fades in the distance. Such talent has its own gravity. Too much has been said, awaken the dead. Now it's time to show them who you are. I don't think you're ready for what's coming. Light up like a star. Show them who you are. Hit the ground running. It's time to show them who you are. It's the end of the line. All I can you can never say so much to let go. Show them who you are. It's time to show them who you. I want to play. Man, get back here. Show off.
gosh.
Dude.
I love listening to it every time. That like middle piano section. I grew up as a classical pianist, so like that getting to kind of like play with contemporary musical theater and Mozart at the same time is thrilling to me.
Well, that song is thrilling. I mean, we were sitting here commenting, going, part of it feels like it were like the classical and like rock elements. It almost feels like this epic Queen moment.
That was incredible, and the combination of styles is absolutely amazing. I could absolutely visualize what was happening in my mind during that song. So
that's
very
perfect.
Well done. Wait.
Thank you. I'm so excited for this whole project, and the score does like go towards like strong musical theater as well as the kind of pop rock classical fusion. I mean, honestly, it's really all over the map. And I'm really excited to see how it all comes together. We've done a couple readings of it now. We've had some like celebrities coming along and reading roles, and we've been talking to some really exciting directors that I won't say in public, but like one of them has me like giggling on the inside. I'm giddy every time I talk about this person. I'm just gonna say they're one of the best. They're one of the best dressed people every year at a very big social event.
Ooh.
That's all I could say because I can't say anything more.
Well, dude, I gotta tell you, man, you make classical music pump me up like nothing else, and that's
what the idea is. And yeah, man, I can't wait for this whole thing. It's one of my favorite things I've worked on in a while.
Play all those keys on that?
I sure do, buddy. This is my that's my piano right behind me. That demo you just heard is just me in this room. That's like I'm doing every voice on there, and like that's obviously not. The end result will sound better. So huh?
I was gonna say, how many times have we sat together at that piano and or you've sent me a demo like that and I've learned one of your arrangements.
Yeah, Steph and I go so far back. We like grew up and worked around the Inland Empire, if you know where that is. And so
that's
like
where I am right now.
Oh, really? Is that where you're coming from? Man, I mean, so that's where I was until like 10 years ago when I hitched out to LA. But Steph and I were like 18-year-olds, like running around the theater community trying to figure out like, who to impress next.
Yeah, what do we do? Can I be in the play? Can I be in your
And then our lives went on their separate paths. And then we ran into each other like a decade later. And I was like, she hit me up. She's like, I'm doing a one-woman show. Do you want to be the music director? And I was like, Stephanie Wall. I was like, yes, I will make it work. I don't care the date. I can't believe you texted me out of nowhere to ask me to be your music director. And since then, we got to work together at Rockwell. I'm the like music director at Rockwell, so I do all the musical parodies there. I lead the band. And
Bravo, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm breaking my heart right now because I'm used to being there all the time. And so like, luckily I've been home writing this. I wrote that song like 6 weeks ago. So like all of this stuff is really fresh. I've done the whole score in the past 4 months.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to get off Steph. Like Steph came to Rockwell and
no one does.
Well, just ask Alex. Steph came to Rockwell and I saw her name on the like audition sheets and like and you were like the last person of the day. And they were like they kept trying to cast the show. And I was like, we can't cast it because you guys haven't seen Steph. and they're like, right. And I'm like, no, you're really going to want her in the show. I know you will. And you were literally the last person out of like 100 people. And I interrupted that conversation like 20 times and was like, but Steph, and who got the lead, Steph?
I love you. Well, remember I sang and I like did the thing and it was like, I thought they were just being polite. And I thought like, because I know like we're so close or whatever. And I was like, they probably already have a cast or whatever. And there probably is going to be a celebrity doing it or something, and they're like, well, Greg's friend is coming in. So we'll let her, she has an appointment. So whatever. And then my audition was really short.
Yeah, like, she called me right after, and she was
I've told you this story, right? You know the story.
I probably not. You may have told me, but I forget everything.
She calls me right afterwards. She's like, babe, I gotta tell you, I went in, I thought I did well, and then they didn't really talk to me or anything after. It was like the shortest audition ever. I'm like, babe, that means one of two things. Number one, they were never interested in you to begin with, or number two, you got the part.
That's so true, right? I mean, that's how it works, because especially after a day where you're like, you've seen 100 people, they don't know you, so they're not cracking jokes, like, and you just came in, you like you look the part, you are the part, you sing the part like a monster. So like it was so like, and you have the music director in your corner who's already talked about what a great person you are to work with and how like loving and kind you are. And so like it was a really no-brainer, and gosh, that was an amazing experience. We did 10 Things I Hate About You.
That show.
He was our little rocker chick. Our
Kat Stratford. I got to play the Julia Stiles role, and that was just. Gosh, remember rehearsals, Greg, when we would like, you had the arrangements mostly written, but then we'd be like toying with keys and harmonies and things like that. But it felt like musical theater summer camp. Like we got to go to work and like play musical.
It takes a real like special type to survive at Rockwell because we create musicals in a 2-week process. And we do full-length musicals with full score and full band and full choreo and full everything. And they're parodies but they're very high stakes parodies. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh my God, I love this.
This was Cowboy Take Me Away. Greg did the most beautiful arrangement of Cowboy Take Me Away for Ashley Argota and myself. And
yeah, your medleys were amazing.
That's my favorite thing. In every show, I try to do some like huge mashed up medley with like the more songs, the better, the more the merrier. And like, there was a great one in this show that Steph got to do.
I'm Only Happy When It Rains was
with Garrett Clayton.
With Garrett Clayton, he did Beautiful Day.
Yeah.
I was doing I'm Only Happy When It Rains, and then Garrett came. It was a beautiful day, and like he's trying to win me over to like be more positive and stop being such like a grouch and stop being so like negative and just try to see the sunshine. And then like he like starts. That's when he starts to really win over her heart. And this gorgeous mashup that Greg wrote. And it was so, I wish we could do that one, Greg. We should record that and
that track.
Yeah, we should just record it. Like,
it was a cool one because those two songs, they work so well and they're so unexpected.
Yes, it's such an unexpected mashup, but they work so well together. That was really fun.
Greg, what other productions have you done at the Rockwell?
I've done over a dozen there. We've done Jurassic Park. We did Stranger Things, which was really fun for Halloween. We did Stranger Things season 1. We do the entirety of it.
Wow.
We've done Devil Wears Prada with a pretty famous drag queen playing Miranda. We did 10 Things I Hate About You, Bridesmaids.
Yep.
Every movie you want to see as a parody with love. True Beverly Hills was a great one. Home Alone for Christmas. And then Edward Scissorhands, which is one of our best, which is not much of it's not really a parody. It's like more of an actual like artistic.
Okay, so Greg, do you know how Edward Scissorhand wipes his butt?
Oh, I do. With a flinch. Oh. Not my best answer.
Well, there are a lot of Rockwell fans in the chat. Don Emery says, basically go for the Captain Crunch onion rings and stay for the entertainment.
Well, I would say go for the entertainment and stay for the Captain Crunch onion rings.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're just arguing
Potato.
Semantics.
I know. You guys follow Greg on social media. He is on, his Instagram is Neighbors Gregory.
Facebook, I'm very active on. You can always find me there.
Yep, Greg at GREGORYNABOURS. Greg.
Yeah, like Jim Neighbors, but with a U.
I love you. I'm so excited for you and all the stuff you have going on.
This is awesome. Your show's amazing. Thank you all so much for letting me be on it. And I'd love to come back sometime.
Would you come back? Because Greg, the musical parody is kind of going to be a thing on the show. So
if you guys want some help with your musical parodies, I do know a guy.
We need a little help because that's actually our next segment. We took a little stab at it, but I think the next one we could maybe go a little longer. I mean,
so.
Are we thinking like High Fidelity or like, I don't know. I mean, we could go places.
I'm thinking Ghostbusters.
Now this guy's talking my language. That's the one immediately gets me like excited.
Yeah, I want Let's Get It On when the ghost is getting it on. I mean,
you want to do like UMPO style mute parody?
Yes.
I'm like, we're gonna write original music. Let's go.
It is always great to hear from people who are behind the music, entertaining us in the Southern California community. Gregory Nabours, thank you very much for your time.
Greg, you guys, I love you. I'll text you in a little bit. I love you, Greg.